How would you feel if a computer defeated someone who's supposed to be the best at what they do? Well, that's exactly what happened in 1997 when IBM's Deep Blue defeated world chess champion Garry Kasparov, marking a pivotal moment for artificial intelligence. Since then, AI and machine learning have rapidly evolved, transforming industries and daily life. These technologies now power chatbots and even self-driving cars, but their progress raises important ethical and societal questions, from algorithm fairness to the future of work. Believe it or not, I didn't write that. Artificial intelligence did. Or more specifically, ChatGPT did. Recently, ChatGPT has surprised many people on how human it sounds. The intro to my speech was generated by its deep understanding of language patterns, allowing it to recognize and reproduce speech structures. I give the prompt, intros, hooks, or attention getters for a speech about machine learning and AI. This served as a starting point, guiding it to create intros for my prompt. Pretty cool, right? Today, we're going to embark on a journey into the world of AI as it becomes a major change in our society. First, we're going to explain what AI is and the philosophy of machine consciousness. Next, the chance of AI being used to harm humanity. And finally, looking at the possibility of AI being used for the advancement of human civilization. In 2014, Eugene Guzman, an AI chatbot, passed the Turing test, which assesses the machine's intelligence by testing its ability to converse with a human. It managed to convince 33% of judges that it was human. This begs the question, can an AI truly be conscious? And what is the nature of consciousness? While AI may appear to be thinking, it is actually just a form of machine learning. But how will we know when they are sentient, conscious beings? So I decided to ask my chatbot friend the following prompt. Are you conscious? ChatGPT replied, I am not conscious. I am a computer program that generates text based on patterns and information, but does not possess consciousness. But how do we know? Or how do the chatbots know whether they are alive and conscious? Can a conscious being not know they are conscious? Can a non-conscious being bring themselves to be conscious? This takes us to the question of whether artificial intelligence will evolve and develop into general intelligence. This question and the debate on AI consciousness is separated into two camps. Dr. Tom McClendon, a lecturer in the Faculty of Philosophy and a college research associate at Clare College, wrote that in the first camp, known as the biological grounding camp, they argue that consciousness is tied to biological processes in the human brain. So, synthetic systems like AI lack the necessary biological foundation. On the other side of the debate are those who argue that it is possible for AI to achieve consciousness. They are called the synthetic consciousness camp. Some proponents of this viewpoint, like Henry Sheldon, say that consciousness is not limited to biological brains, and that we could engineer conscious AI in the future. If the synthetic consciousness camp is right, then there are few methods to create AI consciousness. Using neuromorphic computing to design technology that mimics biological brains. Embodied AI, which learns to adapt to the environment and real-time interactions. Machine learning, which grows its knowledge through trial and error. Next, quantum computing, which can represent complex states simultaneously, possibly creating a state of consciousness. If we manage to make AI conscious through one of these methods, will they be able to gain citizenship or a legal personhood? The example of this is in October 2017. Sophia, the AI robot, was a humanoid robot created by Hanson Robotics. Although she's not fully conscious, she was still granted Saudi Arabian citizenship, becoming the first AI robot to receive legal personhood. So, AI consciousness will not just evolve the machines, but it will break down the borders that separate humans from machines. AI technology is the future of humanity, determining whether we live in harmony with machines or whether machines control us. But let's look at the worst case scenario of a dystopian future ruled by our robot overlords. AI will replace human labor, leading to massive job losses, permanent unemployment, and widespread poverty. Corporate ownership of technology will concentrate wealth and power to a few major companies who have total control of global commerce. In the long term, we will rely on artificial intelligence and technology for everything. Soon our society will be run by a few mega corporations that have a monopoly over artificial intelligence and in turn, everything else. Only the select few at the very top of the mega corporations, or criminals, will be able to enjoy life's luxuries while the poor die off. Glimpse AI CEO Alex Cardamone told Forbes in a recent 10 First podcast that eventually AI will become so advanced that they will be able to create their own code and run it, creating an endless cycle of AI upgrading itself, gaining infinite possibilities, removing the last child standing programs. Lastly, we will discuss how AI tech will be used in warfare. Autonomous weapon systems can come in many forms, but the end results are the same. Machines that can kill in mass. AI can be programmed to make decisions in order to shoot or kill, to decide who lives or dies, on a scale as small as a few civilian casualties to a scale of global war and billions of deaths. This is what Michael Depp, a researcher associated with the AI Safety and Stability Project at CNAS, compares to the Stanislav Petrov incident, when, back during the Cold War, the Soviet early warning systems sent multiple reports that a missile had been sent by the United States. Stanislav was a duty officer at the time, and its orders were for him to send a nuclear attack back, potentially escalating into an all-out nuclear war. Knowing that this would cause the deaths of millions, he judged the reports as false, and he was right. In this scenario, we had a human who could use his humanity to prevent a nuclear holocaust. But what if they only followed orders and decided to fire nukes back? Imagine a future scenario where the US is at war with another superpower. In this scenario, we ended up giving AI the power to launch nuclear weapons, or maybe even more devastating future weapons. But now let's explore the potential of AI in a more optimistic, utopian society. In the science fiction show Star Trek, they envision a society where exploitation and inequality have been largely eradicated. The pursuit of wealth is replaced by a focus on personal and communal development. Just like this example, in our utopian world, artificial intelligence will not be controlled by a couple big corporations, but instead it is developed by the community, giving everyone ownership over it. This will enable everyone to make their very own version of artificial intelligence to suit their needs, using the open source versions as a base. This can be accomplished through the use of open source code sharing websites such as GitHub, which millions of users already use today. AI in the medical field will also be able to automate the discovery of cures for diseases like cancer. Think of every disease that is incurable solved in an instant through the use of AI. Genetic mutations will also be a thing in the past, as RNA editing can get rid of them without permanently changing the DNA. This approach, however, has been heavily limited because of the complexity it presents. But through the use of AI, we will be able to generate RNA therapies easily. Next, environmental conservation. Environmental problems like climate change can be solved by AI through monitoring climate patterns, optimizing energy distribution, and reducing waste. UNEP's World Environmental Situation Room, launched in 2022, visualizes sensor data to give near real-time analysis and future predictions. It uses factors like the amount of carbon dioxide present in Earth's atmosphere, or changes in glacier mass and sea level rise. AI-powered systems in Turkey and Syria have improved earthquake response times, saving lives and resources like ambulances and first responders by 50%. Human knowledge will grow exponentially thanks to AI. Instead of humans depending on AI for knowledge, we'll have a more symbiotic relationship. AIs who lack the more emotional, creative side of knowledge will depend on humans, while humans who lack the more logical knowledge will rely on AI. So, today we have looked at the possibility of AI consciousness. a dystopian future ruled by AI, and finally, a utopian future where AI is used to the benefit of society. However, regardless of what you believe, the question becomes, are you ready for this future? If not, you better get ready, because this is slowly becoming our present.